looks like for work. Let me show you how. Welcome to Temi's Beautiful Thoughts. My name is Temi, T-E-M-I. That's how you spell my name. And this is Temi's Beautiful Thoughts, where we talk about beauty and what's going on in the world. Today we're going to be going through a 15 minutes makeup tutorial for work, for school, for those of us that don't have time, or we're, busy moms, busy students, whatever your situation is, and you just need something quick, get out the door. You don't want the fuss. You just want something that you can quickly do and you look beautiful. You look well rested, awake, ready to take on the day. So that's what we're going to be learning today. And please subscribe if you like my video, and like my video if you enjoy it. And I'll see you guys next video. Thank you. Guys, we're gonna start. I'm just gonna moisturize my lips. I have very dry lips, so I always try to, before I even begin any makeup, I always try to moisturize it. I use NIVEA lip butter. I just moisturize my lips. Election is November 6th. I hope everybody's getting ready and they know who they're gonna vote for and everything. I believe that voting is very, very important. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this lasting finish breathable primer by RIMMEL. I have never tried it. This is my first time trying it, so I'm gonna, hopefully it works out for me. RIMMEL is really affordable, so I like some of RIMMEL's products. So I'm just gonna put this all over my face. It's supposed to keep the foundation lasting all day. I never wear makeup without primer because I believe in primer. I know some people don't believe in primer, but I do. It keeps my foundation on my face and not all over my clothes. So just work it in properly. Whatever primer you use, work it in properly. I like this. I like how it feels. It makes my skin feels a little smooth. I don't know anything about like if it controls oil or anything like that, but we'll find out. So the first thing I like to do is I like to do my brows first. That's what I always do first. I do my brows first. I don't know. I just feel like it just, once my brow is on, it makes everything comes together. So what I do first is I brush my brows up. So brush it up. Let your ears look up, and then wherever you see the excess up here, you just want to brush it to the side and follow the arch. Follow the arch of your brow and brush it to the side. Yeah, I brush my hair in such a way that I let it have the shape that I want my brows to eventually be in, and then I start using the pencil to start filling it in. Fill it in. This brow pencil is also by RIMMEL. Is RIMMEL Bond Brow This Way Fill and Sculpt Eyebrow Definer in dark brown. I've never used it before either. It's my first time. So I'll draw a line on the bottom part of my brow, and then the top part, I don't start from the very beginning of my brow. I go from like maybe a third in, because I don't want the front to be too dark. So I go from a third in. I follow the natural line of my brow, and then I find where the arch is, and then I bring it down. And you want the end to be thinner. Yeah, I don't do too much on my brows during the week for work. I just, something simple. I don't want to go to work looking dead, like I just rolled out of bed. So once I've gotten the shape that I like, I brush the front. Yeah, I can go back. You can go back and just fill in, sparse area. You want to fill in the places where your hairs are not as full with more color, and then the places where you have more hair, you just want to go lightly. Like I'm not, like the front here, I'm not pressing too hard. There we go. So I'm gonna do the second brow. Same thing. So like I was saying, election is November 6th. I hope everybody's planning on going out to vote. You know, I'm an immigrant in America. So it took me a couple of years before I was able to vote in America. But the moment I was able to start voting, which is maybe a few years ago, I really got into it because I realized that my, you know, I have a say in what goes on, you know, in this country. And I want to make use of that opportunity. You know, I don't want to throw it away, you know, because I think it's a privilege. It's a right, yeah, but it's also a privilege to be able to choose, you know, the people that basically work on your behalf in the government. So I believe that that's a privilege, and I'm really glad that I'm able to share in that privilege in America. So doing the second eye, brush, blend. You want to fade the front part of your brow. Like I said, 15 minutes, you don't need to, you know, no fuss. Just try to get it as even as possible. My brows, honestly, they're never twins. They are like sisters, very close sisters. You know, like other. And I don't go with concealer or anything. And if I go with concealer on my brows, it's actually for the benefit of my eye. Because if you can see, my eyes are a little bit dark. So that's during the week. That's why I use a concealer on my brows. But I'm gonna go with a eye primer first because I want my eyeshadow to last all day. I work 8 hours. So this is Wet n Wild Photofocus primer. So I'm just gonna apply that all over my eyes. You see how he kind of mutes out a little bit the darkness on my eyes already. Yeah, that's why I use concealer for my eyes. I don't set it with powder or anything. I just leave it as is. Okay, so the next thing I do is I use a eyeshadow, dark brown. That's a little bit darker than my skin tone. I just want to give my eyes a little bit of a definition. You know, you see how it looks? It just looks one color right now. So I want to put something dark right here in my crease. So the little part where there's an indentation on your eyes. So just find that part, and that's where your crease is. Mine is right here. So that's where I want to place this dark brown color. It's by this company, DEVITT. I bought it on this website. I can't remember what website. It's just a single brown eyeshadow. I like the tone. It has a little bit of red in it because my undertone is a bit red. So I'll go in with the eyeshadow, you know, take as much as I need, and I'll go in the crease of my eye. Windshield wiper motion. I don't, you know, try to like let it be precise. I really just do it because, you know, like this is, you know, something quick that you do for work. You know, you just want to look awake a lot. You know, you're not trying to like go full glam. You know, you just want something quick. So windshield wiper motion. Okay, so once I've placed the color, I dust off the excess, and then I go on the edges and just blend. Just blend the edges. That's it. That's all I do. You see already that it kind of defines my eye a little bit right here. And then I do the same thing on the other side. So like I was saying about voting, I hope you guys are taking it seriously. You know, I think it's something that we just need to realize that, you know, these people, they work for us. You know, it's our taxpayers, our tax dollars that is paying them. They're basically working for the people. They're not working for themselves. They're not working for their quote-unquote donors or people that support their campaigns. They're working for us, the everyday people. So we should really take that seriously by going out and voting. And I'm a serious believer is, you know what, if you don't do what I believe in, if your agenda is not aligned with my ideals and my principles, I don't care what anybody says, I'm not voting for you. That's just how I am. You know, I don't care, you know, how anybody else works it out in their mind. That's how I work it out in my mind, you know. So I encourage everybody to do the same thing. You know, go out, get to know this candidate. You know, you still have about a week. It's not too late. Get to know them, get to know what their agenda is, if that fits with what you believe in. And if it fits with what you believe in, then, you know, go ahead and vote for them. But if it doesn't, don't be pressured into voting for someone that you don't feel comfortable with. You know, I don't believe in people forcing someone to do that. So once I do that, simple, done. Then I take a shimmer color. I just use, you know, any shimmer color, but I'm going to be using Maybelline today. I've used this color, this Maybelline eyeshadow single before, but not this color. I used the pink color, and actually the pink color is very good for blush as well. But the color I'm using today is called Nude Glow. If I can get it open. All right, there we go. Finally. Okay, so we're just gonna, okay, so this is what it looks like. Maybelline New York Nude Glow. It's a very shiny, I don't know how I would, it's kind of like a pinkish champagne color. It's a very pretty color though. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of it. You know, I don't want anything too shiny. I just want something, you know, see? It's really nice. It's a nice eyeshadow. Yeah. I go back with my blending brush. I don't put anything else on it. And I just blend to make it look, you know, see how before it looked sloppy, now it's looking a bit more like they're, you know, just merging and blending into each other. All right. And that's all I do for my eyes during the week. And then I go in with my mascara. Sometimes I'll use like a black eyeliner on just tight line, but today I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna go with my, I really like this mascara. It's by BUXOM. I got it in I believe in either a Ipsy or Sephora. That's Sephora Playbox, one of the two. And since I got it, I've been loving it. I usually don't buy okay, got it out. I usually don't buy high-end mascaras, but I might buy this one. I might just go buy this one once this one dries up. See? I don't wear lashes. I don't have patience for lashes. I know how to apply them, but I just don't have patience for it. So I just use mascara, and thankfully my lashes are good enough that all I need is mascara, and they don't disappoint me. The eyes, we're done. Now I'm just gonna go with foundation. I have the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. It's a full coverage foundation. It's also a concealer. I really like it, and it lasts all day. So I just dot this all over my face. I do this quickly too. I'm not like too particular about applying it, especially during the week. I'm just like, you know, I need to get out the door because I have to be at work at 8, so I need to go. Okay, then we're just gonna blend it in. So, what were we talking about? Voting, right? So, the other thing I want to touch on is believe in knowing what I'm voting for or who I'm voting for before I vote. I don't believe in just blindly going in and saying, oh, I'm going to vote for every Republican, or oh, I'm going to vote for every Democrat. No, I don't believe in doing that. I believe in looking at each individual candidate, seeing what they are believing. You know, does it match up with what I believe in, you know? And then making that choice. If it's a Republican, great. If it's a Democrat, great. You know, that's how I do my voting. And then even so there in Missouri, there are a couple of propositions on the ballot this year. So, you know, I've just kind of read it briefly. I haven't had the time to really go in depth into it, but I kind of have an idea which one I'm gonna vote yes in, but I want to read more on it. So that's what I'm encouraging everybody to do. Let's just, you know, get a copy of your ballot, you know, and, you know, find out what's on the ballot this year. You know, it doesn't take much time to just go online and find out what's on the ballot in your state. You know, figure out which one matches your ideals and which one doesn't. You know, just vote your conscience. I believe strongly in voting your conscience. You know, don't vote for somebody because, oh, my mom said this person is good, or oh, my husband said this person is good, oh, my friend said this. No, your friend is your friend and you are you. Okay, you do what matches with your ideal and let your friend do what matches with theirs. Okay, all blended with the foundation. I'm just gonna go in quick with my concealer. I'm using the Makeup Revolution Concealer and Define. I love this concealer. It smells a little perfumey kind of, you know, but I don't mind the smell. So I'm just gonna go under my eyes. You know, I usually like to color correct my under eye because I have darkness right under my eyes, but during the week I don't have time to be doing that extra step, so I just go in with a concealer. So I go put it in all those places. You know, I don't have a big forehead, but you know, it's not small either, so I like to just put a little bit on my forehead. So I like to bring attention to this center of my face, so that's why I put a little bit under my eyes, my nose, to, you know, make it appear slimmer. I put a little bit here, and then I put on my, what's it called, jaw, chin, chin, jaw, same difference. Okay, so now I'm just gonna blend it out. And I like this concealer because it just blends in so nicely. And I like the tone as well. It doesn't, you know, it gives me the brightness that I need, but it doesn't make my under eye look too like stark white. You know, I really like the tone. Does everybody make this funny face when they are blending? Seriously, I don't think I could ever blend my under eye or even use mascara without making this crazy funny face. Seriously, I hope I'm not the only one. All right. Okay, just make sure you blend it and blend it real well. See, it's already looking, you know, from where we started, we're already looking put together. And I have a baby, so I'm always looking like I just rolled out of bed. So I need to put a little bit of makeup on every morning, just a little bit, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna set my under eye. Actually, before I set it, so what I like to do is the brush I used to blend my foundation, I'll go over the edges where the concealer and my foundation meets, and I'll just blend, because I don't want them to know where the concealer ended and where my foundation starts. I want them to blend into each other, you know. So I just go over all the edges and just make sure it looks good. You see that it already looks seamless already. Okay, now I'm gonna set my under eye, and I'm using this ULTA finishing powder. It's kind of like a beige color, but it works for me. I thought it would be light, but it actually works for me. I like it. Okay, so my under eyes is very dry, so I don't like to put too much powder on there. So what I do is, so I'll put most of the powder here, and then the remaining, then I'll go under my eyes with it. Because otherwise, my under eyes will just look very, very dry. So it would look dry right here, and then the rest of my cheeks will be oily. So that's why I just put most of it here, since that's where it gets oily. Do the same thing on this side. So I just set everywhere with this powder. I'll do that. Okay. And I also use the same powder, just a little bit of it, to set the rest of my face. So I'm gonna go in with a blush. So the blush that I use is the City Color Be Matte blush in Hibiscus. This is what it looks like. It's a very pretty, kind of like a muted mauve color. I like it. It's very nice, and it really goes well with my skin tone, because it's not too pink and it's not too red. Not I like red blushes, but I like red blushes more in the summer, red and orange, but this kind of mauve color, but I'd like to use in the winter. So we'll do that, and then I go in with a little bit of bronzer. You can use one product to do multiple things. So like this bronzer, you remember the eyeshadow that we put right here? You can actually use your bronzer to do that if you don't want to go out and buy a single eyeshadow. So you can use your bronzer to kind of do that. So because your bronzer would also be a tad bit darker than the rest of your face. So I take my bronzer. I'm using this ULTA contour kit. This is what it looks like. I like it. It's really good. It's the only thing I don't like about it is the highlight. The highlight is a little too ashy for me, so I don't use the highlight. But these two tones right here, I really like it. I like to mix it. If I want to go really, really strong on my bronzer, I'll use this one. If I want to go a little bit more lighter, I'll mix the two together. So for bronzer, so I don't know if you can see there's a shadow right here. So it's like the beginning of my ear. That's where my cheekbones, there's an indentation under my cheekbones. That's where you want to put your bronzer. So I always start from the far back by your ear, because you don't want the most colors to be here. You want most of the colors to be back here. So you want to start here. So what I do is I go down and I apply it. Once I apply it, then I blend it up. You never want to blend it down. You want to blend it up. A little bit right here. And then I put it right at my temple, again, to kind of slim down my face. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. Yeah, I have a mirror right here, so if I'm looking down a lot, that's what I'm looking at. My mirror is right here, so I can wash it up. And it's not all the time I use a bronzer. When I'm like really, really in a rush, I won't use a bronzer. All right. Okay. And if I want to do anything extra, I'll use the lighter color on my nose. So I just take just a little bit, and I just want my nose to appear just a tad bit slimmer. So I go right on the edge right here, and then I'll go right here, where it meets my brow right here. Because you don't just want to do this and then leave this alone. You want that illusion to continue to where your brow is. I do the same thing on the other side. I mean, in if someone is talking to you, they're not going to say, oh, your nose suddenly appears smaller. No, they're going to know. It's just kind of like an illusion. Yeah. But I like the way it looks, so that's why I do it. Alright, there we go. So for highlight, I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild Color Icon Rainbow Highlighter. Unfortunately, it's limited edition, but I really like it. It has different colors, so it has bronze, gold, champagne. You know, I just take a little bit of it and I apply it right on my cheekbones right here. I try not to bring it too far. I just take it right here. There we go. Yeah, just a little bit of glow. I don't do those blinding highlights to work. Yes, I try not to do that. So lipstick, right? Okay, so for lipstick I have two options, right? So for those that just, you know, you can stop here and just use a gloss and you're out the door if you're a gloss girl. But if you want like a lipstick, so I have two options. I have this nude lip. So this is Milani Bahama Beige number 55. Okay, so for us brown girls, we always want to go with a brown lip liner first. So I'm using this Rimmel Lasting Finish 1000 Kiss Stay on Lip Contouring Pencil, and it's in where's that, Coffee Bean. So because if I went in with this color by itself, it would look odd, you know, because it's not nude for me. It might be nude for someone else, but not for me. So I always have to line my lips with a brown pencil. So you just want to go on, you want to align the shape of your lips, go on the edges. And then I focus the lipstick right on the center. And then, this Milani lipstick smells awesome. It smells really good. It smells almost edible. See? And you want to press your lips together and blend. Hold on. If you want something nude, that's it. But I'm going to show you guys the second option, which is like a purple lipstick. Okay, so this is Revlon Color Burst Matte Balm. This lip thing is very, very good. Like, it lasts all day. It's a very pretty color and it lasts all day. So if you're someone that you like a little bit more color, you can go it's kind of like a purple like this, or you can go with like a maroon color or like a burgundy wineish kind of color. That's this kind of colors are appropriate for fall. Okay, all right, so just I really like this color. Looks really pretty, and it's a cool tone purple, so cool tone colors look really good on me. As you can see, I'm almost out. I like it that much. So that's it. So that's the finished look. Yeah, very simple. You can achieve this in 15. I'm talking, that's why it's taking me a bit longer, but I can pretty much do this in about 15 minutes, quick, and I'm out the door. So back to what we were talking about voting. So I encourage you guys to go out, vote. Don't be scared. Don't feel intimidated. Vote your conscience. Go out and vote your conscience. Vote what you believe in. Don't let anybody pressure you into doing something that you don't believe in or you don't want to do. Just go out and do what you believe in, and you will feel better about doing what you actually believe in and what your conscience pushes you to do. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys will subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.